Hello and welcome to episode number 58 of the Daily Sales Message, which means for at least the last 58 days in a row now, we've shared with you a piece of simple, actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. If you're new around here, my name is James Newell and I teach people how to sell for a living. And for me, it comes in two very distinct parts. First of all, it starts with having a clear sales message so people understand exactly what it is that you're offering to them. And secondly, it comes down to feeling relaxed, comfortable and confident in a selling situation, something which I call selling confidence. In this episode number 58, had to check there for a second, episode number 58 of the Daily Sales Message, we're talking about bad spelling. Oh boy, bad spelling. This one really makes me wince when I see it. Why, oh why, do some people have names for their business, product or service that are not easy to read, write, speak or spell? Read, write, speak or spell. People have a hard time as it is. And if the name of your business, your product, your service, your website is hard to spell, it is a potential barrier to doing business with you. It's as simple as that. If you imagine words, random words admittedly, but fuchsia, diarrhea, things like that. I mean, don't know why you can have a business based on that, but there you go. The world's a big place. But if I said, right, gun to your head, you've got to spell fuchsia and diarrhea correctly. You've got one chance to do this. How confident are you? I'm not very confident at all. I'd have to check. I'm not sure. And that's the point. So imagine if my business is called fuchsiaconsulting.com. If you don't spell that correctly, you may never find my website. Or you might face a bit of friction finding my website, which isn't a great start to things. So for bad spelling in particular, when it comes to the name of your business, product or service, bad spelling in particular, focusing on domain names is something that is really important. There's two things really, domain names and catch-all emails. Catch-all email is something we've covered previously in the Daily Sales Message, where you can set up a simple thing that means I could email anything you like at yourdomainname.com and it will come through. So if you email, James is an idiot at clearsalesmessage.com, I'm still going to get it, because the catch-all email is going to make sure that even if you spell something wrong, doesn't matter, it's coming through. If you Google catch-all email and then your provider, email, Hotmail, Outlook, whatever, there'll be tutorial videos how to do that. It's actually very straightforward, one-time piece of work. But bad spelling can influence the emails that you're going to get or not get because of this barrier. But also domain names. A prime example is when we use concepts like to. Is that TO? It's like this to that. Is that TO or is that the number 2? Or this for that. Is that the number 4 or is that FOR? Or is it FOUR? And my advice here is to buy the spelling mistake domain names. So if you do have fuchsiaconsulting.com, buy the common misspellings of fuchsia and direct them to your current website. By doing so, we can remove the potential barrier of people not getting to you or just having a hard time finding you and getting you, communicating with you because of the bad spelling, the difficulty that they have in knowing how to spell the name of your business, product or service. So, two ways you can solve it. Have a catch-all email, buy up the spelling mistakes of your domain name. Very important. Helps to protect your brand from other people doing it, but it also removes barriers and makes things nice and easy peasy for people to get in touch with you. And above all else, the real moral of the story for today is that if the name of your business, product or service is not easy to read, write, speak and spell, you really need to give it some consideration, because commercially speaking, it might not be the best move for you. That's it for this episode, number 58 of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow, in episode number 59, we're going to be talking about defaults. But you're going to have to tune in tomorrow to check out that one. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate you listening all the way to the end. I would have usually skipped off a podcast by now, so well done to you. If you are on LinkedIn, I would love for you to connect with me. Shoot me a DM, say hello, ask me a question, ask me to answer a future question on an episode of the Daily Sales Message. It'll be my absolute pleasure to do so. I've also had a lot of stories now and people telling me about the things that they're learning and applying and doing from my podcast. And that's always great to hear too. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 59 of the Daily Sales Message.